Hello again, it's April here and welcome back to another studio vlog. It is Saturday right now, just about lunchtime, and I thought I would say hi and do a little intro. I'm not going to do like a list of things I'm going to do this week because I did that last week, and then as I was editing it back I realised I actually hadn't done anything on my list. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to see what I can get done and try and have some fun. And I do want to see if I can paint this weekend, which is what I'm going to do for the next couple of hours. And this afternoon we're going to see 1917 at the movies, which I'm really excited for. So I've got about 3-ish hours before I need to get ready for that. So yeah, see what I get up to in that time. So I've been out this morning and I bought some new brushes because this is my brush set here that I use. So this brush I use the most. It's like a flat brush, but I'm not sure if you can see, it's not focusing. Okay, so you can see I just wet it a little bit and it basically isn't holding the bristles together anymore. So they're all just coming apart, and I'm not sure if there's a way to fix it. If you guys know, let me know. I did look online, but I couldn't see anything apart from using like water. So yeah, that's the one I use the most. And then I have this filbert one which I really like. It's kind of like a rounded square brush. And then for the little skinny ones I have the same problem, so I thought just getting smaller and smaller brushes would help, but it didn't. So these ones all splay out and stuff, and they have loose bristles when I paint with them. This one here I really love, but I accidentally left paint in it and now it's got paint in it. Whoops. So I got some new paint brushes today. So these paint brushes are just Daler and Rowney. They're graduate ones, so they're pretty cheap. They're like they're $2.79 each. Oh, get out of here. So I got a big So I got a big fat flat one here, which I thought might be nice for looser paintings. And then I got, to replace my other one that was my favourite one, this one here. And then I got a skinny round one, and then I got this tiny little filbert one which is pretty cute, that one there. So I'm going to get my paints out and do some practicing with them.
It has to be a detailed and complex illustration, which means I spend so much time on creating, which I also assume people can recognize me. Sometimes this also blocks me and prevents me from painting more spontaneously.
Well, I just my camera just turned off, which means I haven't been recording this entire time, which is annoying. But I am starting with this big brush here, the biggest one. It's a 1/2. I don't know if that means half, or I don't know what that means, but yeah, it's a big one. And as I was saying, I think it's going to be really good for doing flat washes and covering a lot of ground. And also I know that it's good to use a big brush if you want to try and do more loose paintings, which is what I mean. I don't really have a painting style yet because I haven't really done much like painting in the past, just dabbled here and there. So I'm not quite sure what my painting style would be, but I think I would like it to be loose. So yeah, that's the big brush. Now I'm going to see if I can do like using the side of it. I'll do like little marks. I think it's really good to, like, when you get a new paintbrush or something, to kind of figure out what marks it can make. So yeah, I mean, you can do this and get like really skinny ones, but to get like a line, it's quite difficult. Okay, next brush is the flat shader, size 8. So this is the replacement for my favourite one. I just really got into using the flat brushes rather than the round brushes. So that's a pretty standard brush. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, to be honest. I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, loosen up, I guess. Just try things out. I don't really know where to start with painting. That one's a little bit better for doing lines like that. It's quite cool, actually. And I've been I was on Instagram last night for about an hour looking at the hashtag gouache, and and acrylic gouache, and finding heaps of new artists to follow. So it got me really inspired. I'll pop some of their images up on screen because I can't think of who they are right now, but there were a couple of guys who did amazing landscape, and they've got heaps and heaps of followers, so you probably heard of them. There's also a girl that I found, and her work it's like really simplistic but really colourful, and she uses like a really limited colour palette, and I went through her entire feed like amazed because it was just so awesome. So that's kind of inspired me to get into gouache, which is what I really want to do this year. It was one of my goals anyway, to do more. It was with acrylic gouache, but a lot of the stuff I've been seeing is with gouache, and obviously they're just two different mediums, so maybe I'll have a look at both and do more painting this year. So this one is the fill bit. It's number 2, and it's a wee little diddy one, but I like this one because it's like a flat brush, so it has the control of like a flat brush, but then it has a rounded top, so it can get quite nice little shapes and like round corners and stuff. And one idea I had was to I've got a whole bunch of photos from different places I've travelled over the last few years, and I always think it would be nice to draw them or like paint them kind of like travel journal style. But I did have one from Barcelona that I started and I haven't actually finished it yet, and that was all in gouache. I think that was in acrylic gouache, yeah. So I'm definitely gonna try and finish that this year. But for practicing, I've got so many photos, instead of going online and like wasting time looking for reference images, I might as well just go on my Google Photos, which is where they all are. And I was looking this morning for them, and there's a really handy little feature in Google Photos where it like has the places, so I can just literally go to any place, I guess, in the last couple of years that I've been, and just pick a photo. So I might start doing that, and that'll be nice too because it's kind of like reliving memories as well. And another thing, sorry, I'm just licking it. This is the round brush one, and it's not as skinny as some of the really skinny brushes I have, but working with those ones I realized that it's not really how many bristles you have, it's kind of how sharp the point is. So when they had tiny bristles, they would, like this one, I don't know if you can see that, but you can barely see the bristles there. So it's very short, it doesn't hold much paint, and it kind of just clogged at the bottom of the paintbrush. So I think it's better to have like a longer one like this, which is kind of what I've seen people use. So what I was saying is, one of the things I'd really like to do is get out of, like, I really like using pencils for outlines, but I'd like to also learn how to have better control with brushes, so I'm not relying on using pencils all the time. So if I just want to do a painting like this, not like this, but you know, with paint, then I have the option of either using pencils or using a brush, which I always think would be an awesome skill to have. The problem is some lines are easy to do, like a straight line like this, or even kind of like an S like that, what I was doing, but most of the things are going to be longer, or you know, go in crazy patterns. So I think you just have to kind of like teach your hand to move, or maybe my elbow, I'm not sure. No, that's not gonna work. But I did these exercises similar to this, where you just draw like a little circle on a watercolor ages ago, like 2 years ago. It was Anna Victoria Caldron, I think that's what her name is. She has a couple of watercolor classes on Skillshare, and she started with doing exercises like this, where you would do a circle and then go smaller and smaller, or you'd do lines or swatches, and you'd have to try and keep them all the same size and all the same distance apart from each other. So like brush control exercises. So that's kind of what I was thinking would be good to do. Maybe not in the sketchbook, because I don't obviously want the sketchbook to just be exercises, but maybe if there's like just some spare paper around, just 5 minutes before you start painting, before I start painting, or you if you're doing a painting too. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just talking garbage right now, aren't I? I like this colour palette, but I think this green is a little dark. Going down is a lot harder than going across. Also, I'm coming to the bottom of the page, so that's making it difficult. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this little brush. It's got, you can do quite thick little marks like this. And then if you're really light, you can do skinny little marks. So, those are my new brushes. And I think I've got some spare paint, so I might wait for this to dry and then do another little practice on this side of the page. I finished that page off with some little marks and stuff just to keep practicing, and then I actually just used up the spare paint for this page here, so I'm just gonna draw over that later probably. And then while I was waiting for that to dry, I was just filling out a couple of pages in this spread. I think I did this one last week, so I just tried to do some more faces again. I'm just really not enjoying drawing faces right now, so I did these two, and then I basically took them from this, which I wasn't happy with, and I just kind of like tried to cartoonize it even more, and I like the cartoon versions better. So yeah, I'm not really sure about drawing right now, but just like I feel like I've lost my groove with drawing. I decided to pop into the office and do some work with the Cricut and Photoshop and stuff. I've got some other little stickers that I've been thinking of doing because I'm just not really in the right mind. I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling drawing. Everything was just kind of annoying me. If you can hear guitar in the background, that's Martin practicing. I don't know if you remember, I did these little watercolour swatches ages ago, and I thought that'd be really fun to do as little stickers, and it also has some little birds, so I'll show you what they're like at the end. Okay, so the good news is they came out really cute and it cut perfectly. And a little trick I did, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but I put a little dot at the corner of each of the layers. So there was a background layer, which is this layer here, which has the sticker sheet title on, and then the foreground layer, which has all the little faces on. And that way, when I brought them into Cricut, it lined up perfectly, which means that it cut perfectly. Now the only problem is I accidentally had it on cardstock plus instead of the sticky note, so when I come to peel it off, it's gonna have all the stickers come off too. Whoops-a-daisy. But at least I know they all work fine, so I'm gonna do that again, and I'm gonna change the I'm gonna change the paper. But look, let's have a look at this, because I did them on transparent and I think they're gonna be really cute. So I'm gonna pop it on a piece of white there. So like this can be for like a planner or something, like different moods. Oh, I'm feeling sleepy today. Cool, huh? So I printed it out again, and what I've done is I've just changed the little faces so you can see them a bit better, and I also changed the top from yellow to blue so you can read it, and I saved it out exactly the same, printed it out, and it's done this weird thing where it's like squished it, so it's like cut it there halfway across, and then if I take out a little circle, it's like an oval, not a circle. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I basically deleted this file, turned the Cricut off, turned the computer off, and hopefully when I come back tonight it'll work, because right now we got to go to the movies. So we're going to the movies in about 10 minutes to watch 1917, and it's this really cool movie theatre. It's called Showcase. I don't know if they have more in the UK. I think it's like a brand, but they have these really, really comfy couches like lazy boys, where you can kind of recline and you're not like in the lap of the next person next to you. One of the first times when I knew Martin was a real keeper was when we went to the movies for one of our first dates, and we got to the popcorn counter and he said, large popcorn? And I said, yeah. And he said, should we just get one large popcorn each? And I said, yeah. Because I've got two rules when it comes to going to the movies. One, I don't share my popcorn, and two, no, I'm not joking, get your own popcorn. I think it's about 9 o'clock. We just got back from the movies, and 1917 was really, really, really good. I definitely recommend it if you can get to the movies to watch it. I ate a massive box of popcorn and a bucket of Coke, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. Pretty energized. I'm gonna have a look at the stickers that I was doing before I left to see if I can sort that out. But first I need to put my Instagram picture up for today because I haven't done that yet. So I'm in later. The last one I did was this little cat, so I'm not doing this next. I'm gonna put 2 more images in first, or 1 more image, I'm not sure. But yeah, I have decided to stop paying for later. I just tried it out for 1 month, so I'm gonna stop paying for it. I just don't really think it's worth paying for it right now because I have the time to do it in the evening, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it was good to try for a while, and tonight I'm gonna pop on. Also, another thing I really don't like about it, I imported all of my media and it doesn't put it in order, so I have to like scroll through until I find what I want to post, and oh, it's just so annoying. I'm putting this lady on, and she's part of a double page spread, so she'll go on tonight and then her friend will go on tomorrow. The only problem is I was looking at my images. I uploaded all these a few weeks ago so I could put them into my posts as I ran out of things, but I've been quite relying on them quite heavily because I really want to do a post a day this year, and I'm running out, so I need to start drawing more stuff so I have something to post to Instagram. But yeah, that's Instagram done, so now we can get some stickers going. The Cricut machine is working. You know what, when it's not working it's so frustrating, but when it is, it's like birthday and Christmas and Easter all at once. And I managed to salvage some little faces from the one that was going weird. I hand cut them because I'm cool like that. But I just wanted to show these watercolor faces, swatch faces sheets. So they're done. They all they cut out perfectly, and yeah, they're little, so what I'm thinking is they'll be great for like planners or journals or art journals, just something to stick on maybe. So maybe they could be used for different moods, like you're sleepy or you're happy or you're a bit confused, I'm not really sure, or just to brighten up a page. So I thought that was cool. And then I do have the Cricut working in the background because I'm in sticker mode. So I'm painting, I wish. So I have these little birds that I got from my sketchbook. I'll put the spread on the camera somewhere so you can see. But yeah, I made them into little stickers and I thought they would be pretty cute. So thinking of doing that as a little set, but I'll show you that in a sec. So I think these are a pretty good size. I'm not quite sure about this one. I don't know if it's too small, I just don't know if I like it as much as the rest or at all, but this is my favourite one. And then I also love this one here, which I can't remember what bird that was, but I like it. So all the birds have been released from the Cricut mat, and it is now 9:45, so I'm gonna stop the computer because the computer's boring. So I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse just now. I have been sketching this girl, that's the reference, and then when I had these that didn't work out from the Cricut earlier, I thought that'd be really fun to use as little circles, which is what I did in the background here that you saw. And then because that was a little bit chaotic, I decided to sketch out this girl first. So I sketched her out, traced her, and then brought her over to the sketchbook. And I'm really happy with how it turned out because I've been having a lot of troubles drawing faces lately, and this is the first face all week that I've managed to draw that I've been happy with. I do like this sketch better because I think the proportions are a bit better. When I traced it, kind of lost a little bit, so her eyes I think are a little bit small and a little bit close together. But I really love how it turned out with like the dotty background and all the texture and stuff. So let me know if you guys prefer the sketch better or the painted version. I think I might like to try and do more like this in the future because I love drawing onto paint. I just need to figure out a way of getting the proportions right, like if I trace it or if I use another technique. But yeah, so I've been drawing for about an hour and now I think we're gonna go for a bedtime walk. It's 3 p.m. now. Had my walk, came back, had lunch, and now this is the chaos of doing test prints. I've got something printed on the other side of this old test print I've got. I'm trying to do, oh, these don't look too bad actually. I'm trying to do like my postcards that I did. These babies before I send them. But I've been having some trouble printing them out. But this is printed out on the Canon matte paper and it's quite nice. But the other ones have been a bit wishy-washy. So this is the original. So that's the original. And this is the print. So you can see like it's a little bit kind of doesn't have that much contrast in it. This tiny little one here looks like it came out quite well. Only problem is it's on the Canon paper, which is very expensive, and these were just going to be for like little freebies, so I don't really want to spend that much on a freebie. I'll just keep going and keep printing. So on the left, this one here, you can see doesn't have much tonal range, so the hair at the top doesn't look as light as it should. This one here is a little better. See how, sorry, the print is very noisy. You can see how the hair is a bit lighter and you can see the brush strokes in the hair. So I think this one will work. So I'm gonna do it with this. Now if I'm gonna turn anything into prints, I'm obviously gonna use a better paper than this because I don't think this is very good for if people are gonna buy it. But for freebies, I think it works just fine. I'll show you how I fix it just in case that's helpful for anyone. So on the print, I have a Canon IP752, which is, they don't sell them anymore, but basically I realized I was using the printer set to Canon, obviously my printer, and then in the printer profile here, I had it set to this IJ Color Printer Profile 2005, which obviously isn't correct. It should be set to one of these up here, Canon IP blah 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 blah, and then these little numbers here, MP, P, T, GL, they stand for the paper, so like glossy, matte, photo paper. So I picked matte because it's printed on matte paper. And then finally I did a little bit of research online and I found out that I had it set to relative colorimetric on here, and it said online if you set it to perceptual it gives you a better, it's a better representation of the screen colors to the printed colors. So with all those little changes, hopefully the rest of the prints will work. It's 5 p.m. and I finally finished packaging the postcards for my postcard giveaway, all except for Elliot Page. Elliot, if you're watching, send me your address and I'll send this out to you. But everyone else is ready to go, so I'm going to pop it in the mail tomorrow, so you should get that soon hopefully. And now it's like 5 o'clock like I said, but I'm not hungry because we had quite a late lunch. So I found Ruth Wilshaw on Instagram yesterday, and she does gouache paintings, and she's got this tutorial here, how to paint a rainy landscape in gouache, and it is using gouache, not acrylic gouache, but I think it looks so lovely and I just don't know where to go with gouache. So I think I'm going to follow it because I honestly just feel like doing something. I feel like, wait, what? I just feel like someone telling me what to do. Like I can't even think, I can't even make a sentence. But I've got all my gouache here. It's the Winsor & Newton Designer's Gouache. So obviously it's going to work a little bit differently than my acrylic gouache that I have been using. So I have to watch out for that one. But I'm going to crack out the gouache and follow a tutorial because I'm just in a tutorial kind of mood. I don't want to think for myself right now. It's about 9:15 and I wasn't gonna even attempt a video for tomorrow because I didn't think I had time, but I was on Pinterest and I saw these leaves and I had some spare paint in my sketchbook, but it's not going well. I don't understand how to paint. I thought it would be easy, and then I kind of messed up, and then I thought now I've ruined the page because I wanted to keep this background in, and I don't even understand how to get that onto this. How does one art? I'm not sure. So I might just quit and tear it out. I don't know. It's not going well. 10 o'clock. This is my current situation of my desk. I finished that, well, I say finished. I completed the mess that is this page. I think I'm actually going to call my video tomorrow making a mess into a bigger mess. I mean, I think it turned out good. I'm just, the eyes, they're like, they're on the wrong part of the face, and they're very irritating to me. I mean, it's really hard to draw on this like background texture when you do it. I just kind of did the same thing as I did the other day, and I did the same thing as I did, I think I showed it already, as this. I think this is better, but I wasn't even going to do a video. Yeah, what was I saying? I wasn't even going to do a video. I'd already made up my mind, and I was just going to not do one. And then I decided to do that tutorial that I said earlier, and I sat down after dinner to do it, and I thought, I have time. Why don't I just do a sketchbook page and see how it turns out, and I'll do like a speed paint. And that's you know what happened. I like tried to do those leaves and they didn't work out, so I covered it up and I made it into a mess, and I'm like still not happy with it. But I don't know, sometimes I think I just don't know what I'm doing. I think what I'm gonna plan to do is, because I do really want to get better at painting, and I feel like a little bit pressured every time I turn the camera on that I need to have something really good, because it's gonna be, you know, a video, or I'm gonna post it on Instagram or something, and it kind of like stresses me out, and then I don't allow myself to experiment or make mistakes. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to just take some time away from the camera. Like, I'll still do stuff obviously, but I'm gonna take a special time for me away from like filming and posting, and just kind of like spend a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4, in the background doing a whole bunch of like experiments and mistakes, and you know, having lots of like failures until I get somewhere that I want, because that's what you have to do, not only in art but in life. The only way you can succeed is to fail, because that's how you get better. That's how you know which direction not to go in, so you can go in the right direction. So that is what I'm going to plan to do. So I'm probably not going to try and force myself to do any more like painting. I'll probably still do sketching and like, you know, simple paintings that you've seen me do in the past with like flat colors and stuff, but I do really want to get better at just painting properly, so I'm gonna take time and do that. That was really deep, yeah, really meaningful. That was kind of felt like a little bit like a confession. Speaking of confessions, I do have a confession to make. I hope you guys aren't going to be super disappointed, but I haven't mentioned running or yoga for about a week now, because I may have stopped doing both. Kind of fell off the running wagon on the 22nd. I did 21 days in a row. Just gonna change arms because I'm very weak in this arm. I did 21 days in a row, and I got to day 22. I wasn't even tired. It wasn't even that late. I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna run tonight. I just don't want to. And I didn't. Easy as that, right? So I haven't run since then. I'm gonna start again Tuesday with my running club, and just I think I was just taking on too much at once, and I just got like, I just can't do it all. And then also yoga, that's the one I feel the worst about, because I was really enjoying doing yoga, and it's yoga with Adrian, and you kind of feel like you're part of a community because she does these challenges every January. So I'm gonna hop back on that as well tomorrow. Yeah, but just take it easy, you know, because I'm trying to like do everything, and you can only do so much. But that is all for tonight. It is Sunday evening, tomorrow's Monday. That's how days work, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I do want to do some more stuff. I'm feeling like super energized for making art and sketching and making stickers and all that kind of stuff this week, so I hope that I'm not too tired with work and stuff. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I'm just finishing uploading my YouTube video. I got it done really fast because I managed to do it a little bit this morning at work, so that was good. And I have dinner on the go. We're having pita bread for dinner. I'm so excited. It's like one of my favorite foods, a pita bread with stuff inside it, of course. So I'm really happy that I got my YouTube video done. Normally I'm doing it at like 9-10, but I got it done. It's gonna upload, and tonight I'm going to start doing some landscape practice, like I said yesterday. So I was going to start with a tutorial that I found that I think I mentioned it. I really wanted to do that one, but then I thought, why don't I do like a really before image. So I'm gonna pick an image from Pinterest. I have a whole bunch on there. I'm gonna try my best. I probably won't. I'll probably be lazy, but I'm gonna try and make the image into a painting. And then I'm going to do the tutorial tomorrow or later on in the week, and after a couple of months of practicing painting landscapes, buildings, exterior scenes, I'm going to draw the other painting. Like I draw this again, maybe after like 3 months, I'm not sure, we'll see. But I really want to see if I can improve, so I'm not going to show you the painting, but I will show you afterwards because I want it to be off camera so I can just like chill out and, you know, make mistakes and stuff. So that's the plan for tonight. So I've been doing this for about an hour and a half, and this is what I came up with. This is the reference here. So you can see mine is a lot different than the reference. These are all the paints that I used. Literally used every colour. And yeah, so this is the final. Obviously it needs a lot of improvement. I decided to stop there because I realised at this point I definitely need help, and I think it's probably best just to leave it there, call it a day, and then start maybe learning some stuff. So I did take some pictures to show you like the process, and I have, when I was painting this, I did realise a few things that I need to work on. So number one, I need to work on firstly, I think tone. So obviously in this you can see the tone is completely different than this. This is very light in the background, dark in the foreground. So I need to work on tone, and I think that can be done with black and white, which would be really helpful, or monochromatic. Another thing I would like to work on is colour. Now I know that obviously I have like random, super random colours. They're just, you know, gouache, but maybe I should move on to gouache instead of acrylic gouache, where I have more traditional colours and learn to mix colours myself. It's not that I want it to be completely the same from the image to the reference. I do want to kind of like learn to use my imagination more, but I definitely think learning about colours, colour mixing, and also creating colour comps before I go into paint will be another thing. And then the last thing, so like this is the last like major thing I was thinking, is kind of coming up with a way of painting that I enjoy. So I have shown you some references, I'll pop them up again, of paintings that I really love, and this is kind of like what I would like to try to meld, you know, like kind of work towards my style. So in this painting you can see completely not that. I use all these like weird little paint marks which I really hate. I don't even know why I do them, I just don't like it at all. This tree looks like it's got snake skin on it. I mean, I kind of want to get out of that and do more kind of block colours, so I think that's something to work towards. But I think it was a really good experience. I came up with a lot of ways that I want to improve, and I think I've got a good plan, so I'm gonna maybe write up a little plan. That sounds good. Anyway, it is 22:15. I think we're gonna go for a little walk before bed, and then brand new day tomorrow. It's Wednesday lunchtime, and it was a sunny day, so I decided to come to the park, but I'm a bit cold. I was gonna do some well, I am gonna do some. I'm gonna do some Procreate sketching, but I just thought I'd say hi quickly and show you what it looks like. So this is the park that I come to a lot in the summer. It's a bit chilly now, but nice and sunny, but the wind is chilly. So I'm just in Procreate, and these are all the cats I've drawn over the last couple of weeks. I'm on to the last cat today, and I'm going to be using the last brush in the pencils, no, the last brush in the sketching, which is the artist crayon. But the only problem is I've run out of cat sketches. This is quite nice, isn't it? I've run out of cat sketches, so I'm going to have to draw it from scratch. I'm going to draw this cat here, which is super cute, but I hate sketching on Procreate, so... Well, I've got about 15 minutes left of lunch, but my feet are so cold right now, so I'm going to stop. This is as far as I got. It's probably going to change a lot from that, but yeah, just drawing, you know how it is. It's now Wednesday, about 8 o'clock. I got home and we had lunch, and I'm really quite tired today. I'm not sure why, I just don't know if I got much sleep last night. I'm going to draw for about an hour in my sketchbook, and I'm not going to do any painting tonight. I did that yesterday. I'm not sure if I showed you, I can't remember, but I will show you what I'm going to get up to now for an hour. So you saw at lunch I was doing this little cat. I'm not sure when I'll finish him, maybe tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it tonight after drawing for a little bit. But he is the last cat that I'm gonna do, because I thought I would do cats for all of the sketching one, which is this, and this is the last one, artist crayon. So next I'm gonna be moving on to inking. I'm just going to have a look how many brushes there are. 1, 2, 3. Right, so there's 15 brushes I just counted. I think I counted them right. 15 brushes. So what I'm going to do for this one, I still want to do animals. And I made a little Pinterest board today. And also, just a minute ago, I finished it off. Well, not finished. You never really finish a Pinterest board, do you? Sorry, if I can ever get there. So one is called Hares and Rabbits, and that just literally has hares and rabbits in it, just a whole bunch, because I felt like drawing hares for some reason, and then I obviously just lumped them in with rabbits. But then this one here is called Guinea Pigs and Friends. So it's basically just what you'd expect. So I started at the bottom with guinea pigs. I thought drawing some guinea pigs would be really cute, and then I thought, why not branch out? So moved on to chinchillas, which I don't think I've ever seen in real life, but they are so cute though. And then from chinchillas we got to hamsters, and then mice, and then rats. So I thought it would be really fun to do for the inking stage, to do like some little animals like this. If you guys can think of any other little animals that kind of fall into this section. So I'm not going to do rabbits or hares for this one. I think that one's a little bit big, so I'll do that for the next one. Gerbils, I was thinking of gerbils too, but gerbils look exactly the same as mice to me. But yeah, if you know of any other little animals that I can include, that would be awesome. So that's what I'm going to do now. So the reason I told you that is because that's what I'm going to do now, because once I finish my cat, I'm going to run out of sketches. So I'm just going to take maybe, I don't know, 40 minutes, an hour, see how tired I get, do a few pages of sketches, and then, as you know, I like to take pictures of those and put them in Procreate. So that's my plan. So I've been drawing for about 40 minutes, and I've just done guinea pigs so far. So one thing I've learned about guinea pigs is they're very difficult to draw. I do like this little row of cartoon guinea pigs at the bottom, apart from this one here, which the eyes look a little bit evil. So the one thing I found hard about the guinea pigs is when their face is like at a 3/4 view, their eye disappears, because obviously their eyes are quite close together, and I think they face like to the side, so they disappear. So this one here is not too bad, and this one obviously is the side profile. I like this one the best, I think. But yeah, they're really difficult to draw. And then I did get about, I just sketched this one, is this little guinea pig here, and I just got tired, so I stopped. I don't know if you guys ever do that. I do it a lot. When I like stop halfway through a drawing, I just don't want to draw anymore. Or I'll even do it with films. Like I can get 15 minutes to the end of a film, and I'll just get up and walk out the room because I'm tired, or I just don't want to watch the rest. I don't know if you guys do that. I do it quite a lot actually. Books, music, podcasts, anything. I'm just like, I'm bored now, then I'll stop. I stopped that drawing halfway because guinea pigs are difficult, and drawing difficult things makes me sleepy. But I'm gonna say goodbye and end the vlog here. I'm uploading tomorrow, but I still need to edit it and get that done, so I want to see if I can get that done tomorrow. So I'm gonna say goodbye for this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog and that you have a lovely weekend. Yeah, because it's going to be Thursday, so the weekend's in the future. That's right. Alright, cool. So I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.